Oh. I'm somewhat concerned with the lighting. I feel a little bit washed out. I don't feel quite as handsome as I could look. See what would happen if I went this way. Oh, that's kind of nicer. Isn't that nicer? I think that might be nicer. But I'd have my back to the door, which would feel uncomfortable. All right. It matters this much to me. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes. Yes, it does. How about this? Get a little trees in the background. That's going to be nice. I got to bring my coffee over. So hang with me. Hang with me. I'm going to bring my wallet, my computer bag, because I got lots of work to get done today. A lot of work. A lot of work. Excited to get it done. Excited to have gotten a good night's rest. Going to be very productive today. You know what else I just got? I'm so excited for that. Let's grab my chair. Oh, yeah. You get the blue sky. Yeah, that's better. You get the blue sky. You get the green trees. My previous view was headed kind of northeasterly, and the blue sky was lost in the brightness of the sun, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of people watching. Did I snag another turbo charger? No, I did not. That is a great question. Very early. And I appreciate... Uh-oh. One of my things I don't like in life. And there's a view. Our wobbly chairs. Fortunately, God blessed me with probably 12 chairs out on this patio. Well, that sounded kind of like church bells. Wow, that's kind of a pretty noise. Maybe I can play an instrument. It's the Starbucks chair. Slightly wobbly, but better. This guy looks like he can't parallel park. That's so wrong. That is so wrong. Look, I'm fully aware. Somebody just was trying to insult me and said I look like a guy that can't parallel park. I'm aware of my skills and my lack of skills. One thing I'm very good at is parallel parking. I don't know why. I think I learned before all the fancy equipment with the rear view camera and the little beeping noises when you're getting close. I did it by instinct and feel. Oh yeah. And when you park as well as I, you got to know how to gently touch bumpers. And let me tell you, I've lived in Southern California and I've lived in downtown Chicago. And you got to know how to parallel park when you're living in crowded urban areas. And I do know how to parallel park. Thank you very much. Hey, Kim, thank you so much for following the live creator. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show I've been doing for over 4 years on different social media platforms, different links, different times. I used to do it just once a week. Started when I was in a sad place. What's the best way to get rid of roaches out of a toaster? Turn the toaster on, push it down. Yeah. What is your workload today? Editing content or brand growth? Hey, hold on, slow with the questions. Save some of the questions for a dry period in my conversation. The intro's always super. It's cruise control, the intro. Again, this show started when I was in a tough place about 4 years ago and living in a dark apartment, recently broken. Hello, Michael. Broken up from the woman of my dreams, missing my house, my woman, my family, my dog, and wasn't very happy. And I realized that talking made me feel a little bit better. And for some reason, I don't know, people started watching. And my audience grew, and it was a once-a-week show. And I don't know. I kick around, try different things. And Do it most mornings, usually first thing when I get going. And last couple days, I got started a little slowly. I woke up. Hello, Just Odd Music. I woke up late. I don't have to work today, which feels so good. Which feels so good. So good. And before I get to that, this show's not just about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know. You know. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jimmy. Thanks for reminding me and getting me back to what the show's about. Hello, sir. A little warm today to wear a vest.
What?
A little warm today to wear the extra vest.
A little, sick.
Oh, okay. Well, feel better. Get some tea.
Yeah, I want coffee. Otherwise, I'll have,
Do whatever you want to do. Guy had a red kind of one of those vests you wear to add a few degrees. And I don't know, it's probably upper 70s right now. It's going to be a gorgeous day. And somebody asked if I'm in Nigeria. No, I'm not in Nigeria. I'm coming at you actually from Warrenville, Illinois. Not Warrenville, I'm sorry, Aurora, Illinois. I hand-picked this Starbucks today because it has this patio behind me. And there's plenty of Starbucks to choose from where I live. We have them every mile or so. But they're all a little different. One of the Starbucks I went to the other night had a patio that was small, but you could call it intimate. But they had the music playing outside. And that just doesn't work for me. Too many distractions. Plus, I rewatch all these videos and clip them into shorter videos and post them on YouTube and other social media platforms. And sometimes when a song's playing, if it's a song with like copyright laws, YouTube doesn't like it a whole lot when you post a video with a song in the background, and they'll mute it out. But they don't only mute the song out, they mute the whole audio of your video. That's kind of confusing, audio of your video. But anyway, this isn't just a show about me talking, as you know. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee, and I haven't even had my first sip, and it's after 9 o'clock already. And I'm so excited to have my first sip. My only hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. I just talked about it with Karina, the shift manager. There's a vast difference in prices between cups of coffee at Starbucks within a mile of each other. This store charged me $3.58 for this coffee. And let me tell you, it's worth every 358 pennies that they charged me. Other stores about a mile away will charge $2.88. Which is really weird because that's like a 25% bump. It's not a nickel, it's not 8 cents, it's not 3 cents. It's 70 cents more or less. Good morning, Shannon. And that's significant. It can't be a tax issue because, again, it's a 25% increase. I just don't understand it. And it'll be Starbucks within a mile of each other. I usually tip. I'd say it's about a 50% tip ratio for me. I always pay with the app, and depending on various things, comes out the tip. Hello, Captain Kenny. What else? Oh, another benefit of this Starbucks is hello, health to you in Lima, Peru. Elizabeth Sosa wished me saludos. Captain Kenny said good morning. We got a nice little audience. Well, David, we'll get back to your question. Do I ever listen to the Grateful Dead? Not really. I've never seen the Dead, and granted, Jerry Garcia's been gone for a long time now, but I'm of the age, I'm 54. I was old enough where I could have seen the Dead and seen some of their shows. But I never really cared for their music a whole heck of a lot. And I'm not against a lot of the activities that go around, or I used to not be against a lot of the activities that go around their concerts and their music. I used to partake more than my time. It's a beautiful day out here in Naperville, Captain Kenny. And but I just never got into the Grateful Dead. They were just kind of random, long, twangy, sort of no great moment in the song. At least this is my opinion. No highs, no lows, just kind of hello.
Hey.
It's Coffee with Ken. I do a live show every morning on various social media platforms.
All right.
Coffee with Ken.
Oh.
Look it up.
Okay.
You're being featured a little bit. I've talked about your red vest.
Oh.
Have a great day. Feel better.
Thank you.
I get my audience one man at a time. I do it the old-fashioned way. The man on the street, I knock on the door. Hello, would you like to buy a vacuum? I have a vacuum cleaner that works really well. Can I show it to you? You look kind of like Bruce Willis. I've heard that before and I appreciate it. I like Bruce Willis. Like Bruce Willis a lot. I have a bunch of random thoughts for you today. Where am I? I am in outside of Chicago. If you're calling from Peru, I don't need to tell you exactly. I'm just outside of Chicago, Illinois. I live in a town called Naperville. I'm at a town right next to it called Aurora. And I chose here again because it had a shaded patio, a patio without music, and a patio where I thought I could sit here and do my show despite the loud din of the traffic behind me. I'm kind of along a busy road, Eola Road, and I don't know. Hope it's not making too much noise. Let's drink a little water. For those that are new to the show, well, Jimmy, go get yourself another cup. I was at work yesterday and didn't drink my first cup of coffee till my first coffee break, which means, my routine for years and years is I was a realtor. I had a flexible schedule. I'd wake up, I rarely would set an appointment for 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd kind of wake up and leisurely go about my day, the life of a realtor. And I don't know, every morning I drink a lot of water and a lot of coffee. Yesterday I didn't do either, and I'll tell you, and I don't want to give you TMI, but I'm going to give you some TMI. I had to pee a whole lot less at work yesterday. It was very noticeable. And I'm going, wow, this is weird. I've been here for several hours, and I just peed. You should be a talk show host. You are a good public speaker. Well, thank you, Captain Kenny. You're very sweet. I am a talk show host. It's Coffee with Ken. It's Coffee with Ken. For those that are watching, about just over 2 months ago, I started making money doing my show and posting my video to various social media platforms. And I think my very peak for the previous 28 days got up to like $58. So I'm not making a lot. I'm not planning my retirement. I'm not rolling in cash, I'll promise you. But $58 is a start. But one thing I did notice once I got monetized, I started staring at the, uploading how much I've made in the previous 28 days. Not uploading, but just switching to that part of the app and watching it too intently. And if it didn't go up significantly or if it backed off a little bit, it kind of bummed me out. And I reached out to a regular watcher here and said I'm going to go back to focusing on growth and not worry about the monetization as much. And he said, well, isn't it one and the same? And while it's true, it is kind of one and the same, because as your subscriber base grows and your number of followers grows, so will the money will follow. But for me, it's just what I was watching, what I was tracking. I found tracking the money I was making on a day-by-day basis not incentive enough and not feel good enough and not encouraging and honestly too slow moving, because I'd creep up from 52 to 54 or something in a 5 days time frame, and I go, well, I'm making a little more, but it's still only 54. But now, whether I look at my followers or my subscribers or what have you, that's a little easier for me and feels good because A, it rarely backs down, and B, I don't know. I just think if you build it, they will come. And I know that came from Field of Dreams, and I think it's true. If you build an audience, and again, I don't know if that guy's going to subscribe or follow me on social media, but I tell people every day, and I invite them to watch my show, and I do my show pretty much every day, and I clip it into a bunch of videos, and post those. I was kind of pondering this morning what's more valuable for the whole, and if you don't mind me talking the business aspect of this, what's more valuable, me going live or me posting all the shorts I do on the various social media platforms, which grows my audience more? And I'm not totally sure, but honestly, they go hand in hand, because with the lives give me the content I have for my TikToks and my shorts and what have you. I think a lot of people, create individual videos they go, hey, I'm going to do a video about how hot it is outside. And they get the camera out and they get in the right spot, they get their sweat going, and then they push go and they do a video about how hot it is. I don't have to put that much thought in it. If I'm doing a live and it's hot out and I'm sweating and it's, I say something funny or inspirational or witty or whatever, it becomes its own video. And that makes my job a whole lot easier. Again, I don't have to think of new topics. Well, thank you, Shannon. My lives have been bouncing around. I've been inconsistent. I think I'm going to call that part of my charm. I used to think consistency was part of my charm, but honestly, with my work schedule shifting, and some days I got to be in at work at 7, some days I don't work. I don't know. Plus, I've been enjoying sleeping in. I feel I've had a slightly quieter mind over the last, 2-3 weeks. And part of me wonders, does that give me less content to talk about during my live show? And it might. But I think when you're turning the ship around and you're going, okay, we got to do this to turn the ship around, and I'm going to talk about doing this. And then I'm going to, do this. I'm going to stop drinking, and I'm going to start exercising, and I'm going to walk more, and I'm going to go to church more, and I'm going to do all these little steps. I'm going to turn the ship around that is me. Hello, Captain Ryan. There's all these different topics to talk about. But then when you're actually just kind of getting everything going and you're just maintaining and, again, being consistent, on a day-by-day basis, maybe there's not so much to talk about. But here I am. I've been talking about 15, 20 minutes, and my mouth's been going blah, 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 blah. Thanks to you. Thanks to you guys. Because you asked me good questions like, do I ever listen to the Grateful Dead? And things like that. Consistency is the key to common denominator in social media success. I'm not talking about stopping for a long time. You have a natural ability. You're a good person. I'd love to see something great happen. Well, something great is happening. I think you got to enjoy, and I've talked about it a lot, the journey and the moment. And right now, Captain Kenny, I'm sitting on, you're right, Shannon. I'm sitting on a patio. I'm drinking a hot cup of coffee. And I don't know, gentle breeze. I got the day ahead of me. I have the day off work, but I have a lot of work to do nevertheless. I have get to pick up my little nugget of love, Augie, later today, and I look forward to that. Last night, it was kind of interesting. I think it was 2 days ago, I had him at my house, and he was climbing down the stairs, and he climbs down the stairs in the cutest possible way. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm twice divorced, and I have 4 beautiful children, 3 girls and a boy, 2 older girls and a younger boy and girl. And my son Augie is my little nugget of love, and he was climbing down the stairs yesterday or 2 days ago at my house, and he was doing it very cautiously and kind of backsliding, and I started shooting a video of him, and it just became super cute, and I posted it on a social media platform, and I go, hey, this would make a great TikTok. So I posted it there as well. And it's just super cute. You get to see my little boy. You get to see his white belly because his shirt slides up. Hello there.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well. You got a full car.
Yes, we do.
Oh, you're two PJs, 2 pairs of shorts.
We're on our way to Watertown.
Somebody didn't get the memo. And good morning, Eric. Just a real cute little video. And he's just so much fun to hang out with no matter what we're doing. Somebody asked if I'm going to take... Star asked if I'm going to take him to the park. Yeah, there's a park I haven't taken him to yet that's by my house. It usually gets a good crowded amount of people and has some things that I think he'd enjoy climbing on. And maybe braving the slides. He's working up his bravery on the slides. The little slides. He's only 2 years and change. And he's a small 2 years and a little physically behind. But that's okay. He's perfect just the way he is. And Augie would be my Ed McMahon. I saw something sad about Ed McMahon a few weeks ago, that he died like nearly homeless. And that's sad because Ed McMahon, I don't know. You know, I didn't watch Johnny Carson every night. But he was on there a long, long time, and that seemed like a regular part of life for a lot of people. And I don't know. Tough times can hit us all, I guess. No matter how high we climb up the mountain, if we miss a step, we can slip on back down. And yeah, I mean, I climbed up the mountain and slid all the way back down. I slid back down lower than I even started. I didn't even know I slipped. I slipped down further than I knew existed before. I mean, in the last couple of years, that's what Coffee with Ken is about. How far I slid down the mountain. Lots of pitfalls in life. And I think if you get to a certain place in life, a pitfall can be just a little bump in the road that you almost laugh at. Or at other times in life, a pitfall is this deep crevasse that is so hard to get out of and so hard to turn things around from. And I've been at both places. And I'll tell you what, I've learning, at least at this current moment, to have a lot better spirit about the challenges I face. Because I still got some challenges out there. But I tend to laugh them off or smile them off or find the goodness in them. And for instance, I'm working at a super target, and it's not the job I'm going to want at all long term. But it's, and when I first started there, I was so excited because I don't know, I had a job to do every day versus real estate where you're going, what should I do today? And I was so excited and thought, big company, I'm going to move my way, work my way up the ladder, get into management, this and that, and had all these huge dreams. Hello, Kyla from Virginia. Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Better.
What's the matter?
Family issues.
Yeah.
Problems.
We all have issues. We all have family issues or financial issues. We all have struggles.
You think?
Oh, I know.
You just want to make me feel better.
You want to what?
Make me feel better.
No, I'm telling you, I'm recently divorced. I don't know what type of family issues you're talking about, but I'm recently divorced. I'm on a live video right now, so if you say anything personal, although you talk kind of quietly, it's called Coffee with Ken. I do it about dealing with life. Are you okay?
I'm not, but life needs to go on, okay?
Life does need to go on. Can I give you a hug? Is that okay? You look like you might need a hug.
I'm gonna get coffee first.
Okay, come on over and get a hug afterwards. We're all dealing with stuff. What country would I never want to visit? I want to say something, but I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get... Okay, well, I'll just say this. Pakistan doesn't interest me particularly much. Seems very crowded, very hot, and that's all I really know about it. Is it's very crowded, and I think it might not even be very hot. Seems very hot, so I don't think that I'd want to visit Pakistan. I doubt I'm alone there. I doubt it's tops in terms of tourism. I would like to visit. Where would I like to visit? I'm not that interested in the Far East for some reason. I think I'd like to go check out certainly Europe, and I'm European, and I have family in Britain, so that makes that easy. But as far as a place that I don't have any roots, I'd like to check out South America, see Argentina, and I don't know, maybe Brazil, check out some beaches, check out some southern mountains, check out some sceneries, check out the history, check out the Mayan ruins. Mayans in Mexico, I know. Incan ruins. But, just some of the history in South America. You're from Argentina? I just said I'd like to go visit Argentina. I bet there's beautiful women in Argentina. I know there's beautiful scenery. I bet there's beautiful country. I bet there's beautiful wildlife. I bet you there's great fishing. Star is saying she wants to go to Australia or New Zealand. I bet New Zealand is spectacular, but I do know it's very far. It's very far. Be a long flight. So I'd have to think about that. There's so many places in the U.S. I haven't even visited. I'd like to go to South Dakota, check out the Black Hills, maybe Wyoming. I love going to the Rockies. I'll bet you there's beautiful areas in North Carolina that I'd like to... Captain Kenny, thank you. Enjoy your day. I bet there's areas all over that I'd love to go see. I appreciate you, Just Todd. But yeah, there's so many beautiful areas and so many places I haven't visited. But one thing I have learned is wherever you go, that's where you are. And I live outside of Chicago, Illinois, but I live in a kind of flat, kind of middle America. But it has its own beauty, and it has its own, I don't know. You got to bring your joy wherever you go. You got to bring your joy wherever you go. And fortunately for me right now, I feel I have a little bit of, taking care of some business. I feel I have a little bit of joy in my heart and in my soul. Not all the time. I still go through struggles. Again, that man looked sad as he was coming out his car. And he doesn't know that we're all going through struggles and that we're all facing challenges and we're all dealing with issues. And again, that's one thing that's been nice for me about Coffee with Ken. I thought it was just me. I was the only one sitting in a dark apartment. But there's times in all of our lives where we're in a proverbial dark apartment, struggling with things or missing things or worried about things or scared of things or what have you. And I don't know. I guess once you learn we're all going through challenges, I think that opens up the possibility to be okay being you and being where you are and dealing with what you're dealing, knowing that person driving out of the Starbucks drive-up has challenges as well. You keep smiling. I know it's hard sometimes, but do your best to keep smiling. Yeah. Yeah, good luck to you. I think there'll be good luck for both of us. Oh. But anyway. Good evening from Macau. Is Macau in China? Is that where that big casino mecca is? It might be where the big casino mecca is. I don't know. I'm not sure. What else did I had a few subjects I wanted to touch on. I don't want to talk too long today. I'll touch on a couple other subjects real quickly. I've been kind of binge watching the show on Netflix called Suits. I don't know if anyone out there has seen the show Suits. I'd say it's a pretty good show. I don't know how many years ago it was made, just a few, I think. But I'd say it's a pretty good show. It's kind of not too heavy. Kind of interesting. The world of high-powered law firm and the stuff that they're going through, and I'd say it's pretty easy watching. And what else? Oh, I'll give you my one business thought for the day. As I was getting ready this morning, I flipped on CNBC very briefly, and there was some guy saying we're not going to see 3% mortgage rates again in his lifetime. And while I agree with that, and I was a realtor for 17 years, one thing I don't hear anybody talking about is mortgage rates going even dramatically higher. And I think if mortgage rates stay at this level or go higher, we're going to have people staying in their homes, and maybe this is good, staying in their homes a whole lot longer than they have over the last 20 years. And we're going to see the real estate industry really change because, again, I was a realtor for 17 years. Every other person that I met was also selling real estate, and it just got almost embarrassing to say you were a realtor when, oh, yeah, so am I. And it's because homes were turning over and people were looking at homes as, I don't know, high return investment vehicles instead of homes. And I think if we don't see mortgage rates go back down and possibly we see mortgage rates go back up or go higher up, we're going to see people staying in their homes a lot longer than we've seen because it's going to be really hard to sell your home at a 3% mortgage rate and buy a new home at 8 or 9%. And yeah, because you could buy a home for half the price, but your payments are going to be the same. And that just doesn't make a lot of good sense. So I think, and I don't know even exactly what it's going to look like, but there's going to be some changes in the real estate market. And maybe people staying in, maybe prices dropping dramatically, maybe prices going up dramatically. But I don't think prices can go up too much more because I don't know, the cost of buying a house is, I don't know, just a whole, it's expensive. It's expensive. I was renting a home and did a ton of my shows in a little home in Naperville. It was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. And it was a home I was renting. The guy put it on the market, and I was paying $1,750 in rent, which is more than I can afford, working at Target, to be honest with you, obviously. So I had to move. But anyway, he put it back on the market, and I looked it up on one of the websites, and they said to buy it with 20% down, your payments are going to be like $2,100 a month. And you're getting a tiny little home in Naperville. I mean, a home I loved and a home that's perfect for me. But you don't want to have a family there. Or, it'd be tight squeeze just for a young couple. I mean, it'd be fine for a young couple, but it'd be a tight squeeze. And I think at some point, what the typical human being can afford is going to come and visit the real estate market. And if interest rates stay at this level or go higher, which I kind of have a hunch they're going to, I don't know. I would say, we're going to have to see at some point home prices come down. And but who knows? Who knows? What do I know? The only hey JR, the only thing I know is I don't know anything. There's some liberation in knowing that. And going, I got to guess just like everybody else does. I can, I know where interest rates are at and mortgage rates. And I've been in the business, so I know some fancy terms. But I still don't know what's happening down the road in real estate. Or I don't even know what's happening later today in my own life. And you can look at that as scary, or you can look at that as fun. And I'm looking at that as fun, and enjoying the adventure that is life, and enjoying every day as much as I can. And I'm going to enjoy the crud out of my day off today. And I'm going to get some work done, and I might even go to the swimming pool. And I'm certainly going to pick up my little nugget of love, Augie, at 3 o'clock today, and I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. I hope you're excited about your day. You have blue skies behind you, sun flickering in your face, and you're feeling good. And I mean, it's beautiful right where I'm at right now. Again, the temperature's just right. The gentle breeze is coming through. The leaves are flickering. And I got a cup of coffee. So one more sip. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.